guys, welcome to yet another video of Chelsea India Roars. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? It's buzzing again. It is buzzing again. After the defeat at Liverpool last week, I thought that I was a bit off and I thought I'll make a video maybe post the next game that we have tomorrow. But there's been so many things happening midweek. There's so many things to cheer and I think every Chelsea fan is buzzing once again. So welcome to your weekly dose of India perspective on everything around Chelsea Football Club. And as I said, there are a lot of things that we need to discuss today. So let's get started. And to start with, I would love to start with the brand new kit. I finally got this delivered, even though this came in a bit late, like almost I think a week late. But as some of you might know that right now I am staying at my parents' place in Ranchi, so it did take some time for them to ship it, but I finally got it. Love the color, teal. Like after a long time we got this color, and the fit could have been a bit better, but I would want to credit myself. I think I must have lost a bit of weight, that I'm gradually moving from XL to L now. So maybe the next time I might order the L side. But yeah, nice. Not the bestest of kit, I would say, but again, not the worst of Chelsea kits that I've seen. And to be very honest, like from the time we have moved away from Adidas to Nike, I've seen a very major downfall on the kind of kits that we've been having, and Chelsea's kits are not to that levels if you compare. Like I think Arsenal is doing a wonderful job with their kit. Liverpool lately has been doing a very good job. Arsenal, I think the only thing they are doing really good in the last 3-4 seasons have been their kit. So I think they have a really wonderful kit. But I like this. I like the feel of it. So good. I hope this new kit brings a lot of luck to the football team, and hopefully we can start getting back to winning ways. So let's see. So talking about the things which transpired this week. First, our midweek game against Barnsley. I think this is a week of redemption, particularly after the dismal performance against Liverpool. I think we needed a result like this, and I think with Barnsley we saw a 6-star performance, like a 6-0 performance was something which the entire club needed right now. And I think we needed a performance just like that, especially after the loss that we saw against Liverpool. And I just loved a lot of things. There were a lot of positives in that match, especially the way we set up our team. Starting from the goalkeeper itself, I think Willy Caballero had a very good game, and I think 6-0 is not a very true reflection of the way that game actually went. I think Barnsley initially, at least in the first 15-20 minutes, they were forcing Willy Caballero to make a lot of good saves, so they were really coming at us. So, and he was really good, and we will talk about the goalkeeper situation more in detail because of everything that which is happening. We got Edouard Mendy, and we'll come to that later. But I was really happy, and if Willy keeps this performance, I think Kepa would be in a pecking order. He would be at number 3. So I think Edouard Mendy would be at number 1, Willy Caballero would be number 2, and Kepa Arrizabalaga would be 3rd in that pecking order. Unless he starts performing. But we'll talk about him later. So good performance by him. Well, we saw some of the debutants, Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell coming in the second half. Very solid game for Thiago Silva. But again, like if you compare the kind of opposition he was playing, Bayern Munich just a couple of weeks back, again then coming to Barnsley, like may not be the similar level of opposition, but still like a perfect way to debut for Chelsea. A solid game, and along with Thiago we played Tomori, who also had a very good game. Before that I was reading that Rennes were very interested in getting Tomori as one of the options. They wanted to include him in the Edouard Mendy deal, but I think Frank Lampard would want to hold on to Tomori and give him more opportunities. I think Tomori as a player should definitely improve, especially with Thiago Silva coming in. I think a lot of players around him should see that development. Zuma, Christensen, I think these players will definitely come out really well this season. Again, I really loved the performance from Emerson. I think after a long time, we saw Emerson show up, both the flanges. Like initially he started in his traditional left back, and in the second half, when Chilwell coming in, he also played from the right back. So I really loved some of the play he did, and maybe some part within me still would feel that if we can retain Emerson, like that guy has the quality. I don't know, maybe it's just a case of confidence, and maybe with everything around which is happening around Chelsea Football Club this year, maybe he gets that confidence back. But I'm very sure we will let go one of the wingers, either Alonso or Emerson. Inter has a very strong interest in either of those players. So let's see how that shapes up. Talking about some of the other performances, and I am purposely trying to keep Havertz out of this conversation right now because I want to dedicate some time and talk about him in more detail, right? So before I reach there, I want to also mention a couple of more guys. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi had a good game. After a long time, the guy came in, decent performance, maybe not his best, but I think he should get more starting opportunities. I really think that he has a lot of potential. I know Bayern is again trying to come back and see if they can get him for a loan. But I think Lampard should hold on to him because I think there are some incredible abilities which Callum Hudson-Odoi has, and I think we saw some glimpses of him, in this particular match. Tammy Abraham, what a wonderful performance by Tammy again. And this is a perfect example of when you have a seasoned player around you, the kind of development you see just by playing together, just by hanging out with him. We are seeing some of those innate qualities which Oliver Giroud had that come into Tammy Abraham. The link-up play, the way he set up some of those goals for Havertz. Incredible. I just hope to see similar things from Tammy in this particular season. And this is a classic Giroud style which Tammy was doing, like a lot faster because Giroud may not have the pace right now, but very clinical, also very selfless. I think he could have scored a couple of more goals in the midweek match. But a great performance. I loved the link-up play between him and Havertz, also Mason Mount coming in. So yeah, like that was definitely very good from him. Giroud got a goal for himself, and that will do a world of confidence for him as well. Courtesy Ben Chilwell's cross, a very flat sort of a cross which he made, and that is something we all are expecting when Chilwell is completely fit, and maybe he should be in the starting 11 in the game against West Brom tomorrow. We just hope we see similar sort of play from the left side from Ben Chilwell. And now coming to Kai Havertz. Oh my god. The kind of criticism that guy was getting just after 2 weeks of games in English Premier League was incredible. You remember like a similar sort of backlash was being seen by Hazard when he came in. When Hazard came in, I remember in the very first game he played for Chelsea, I think he tripped while trying to make a back pass, and that was like a lot of people laughed off, and they said that maybe he'll not have a great career at Chelsea, maybe he's not a great buy. Look the way the career of Hazard turned up for Chelsea, and I hope a similar thing happens for Kai Havertz. What a performance. He showed us exactly all those qualities why we were building this hype for. All these months, like I think practically the whole month in all my videos I've been mentioning Kai Havertz, and particularly for those reasons which he displayed in the midweek match against Barnsley. Those first touches, those clinical passes, the run. And again, I'm very happy that Lampard played Havertz in a position which suited the best for him, like as a number 10, and that was one of the reasons why he was able to do a lot of back and forth with Tammy. And what a hat-trick. Reminds me of the hat-trick from Christian Pulisic. Like that was a perfect hat-trick though, but again, like that did a world of confidence for Pulisic last year, and I just hope this is the starting point for Havertz for a very successful career at Chelsea. And there is so much to come from him. He's such a young player, and not just Havertz, like I think we have a lot of these young signings who will take a little bit of time, but I'm very happy with some of the indicators which some of these players are showing. That gets me really excited, and I think Chelsea Football Club is in great hands under Frank Lampard, and I think some of these players are going to be really big superstars in years to come. really big. Okay, and immediately after the 6-0 scoreline that we saw in midweek, what we hear the next day, the Edouard Mendy deal is finally through. Even though Lampard did declare in his press conference that he was undergoing the medicals at Chelsea, but it was very nice to see that the deal was through. Edouard Mendy is finally a blue. He may not be wearing the blue jersey, he would have the goalkeeper's green jersey. But again, really excited, really excited. I really don't want to build a similar sort of hype which I did for some of the other players. I would really want him to take time and absorb into the team. But I really like the way everything I see about Edouard Mendy. Really tall, 6'6", really tall keeper, really agile. If you see some of those videos, but again, I think some of those welcome to club videos, those practically are the best 5 minutes of their entire career, right? So that has to be good. So let us not be very influenced by those sort of videos. But whatever I saw there, I was very happy, and I just hope with Edouard Mendy coming in, our goalkeeper situation is put to rest. I think Liverpool was in a very similar situation a couple of seasons back before Alisson came in, and that just completely changed the dynamics, and that improved the defense. The strikers started playing with more confidence. I remember the famous meme when Firmino used to score with his no-look pass, and the reason why he used to look back was to see that the opposition is not equalizing. I think that was pretty much the situation for Chelsea last year. We were doing, our midfield play was very good. Our strikers were in form, but our defense was in shambles, and I think Kepa just added to the problem. And with Mendy coming in, I just hope that is a problem that we can solve. We finally have a tall keeper that we were looking for, and historically we've always had tall keepers, from Petr Cech to Thibaut Courtois. I think Edouard Mendy would be a very good fit. And now coming to the weekend match, we have a match against West Brom this week, and I think we have plenty of reasons to rejoice, to celebrate and anticipate a big victory. Unlike what we saw last week, I think there is a lot of confidence with which Chelsea is going forward in this next match. And I think this is how my team formation would be. I would ideally love to see Edouard Mendy. I don't know if it is too early. But again, if Thiago Alcantara just came in and in the very next game he started playing for Liverpool, I don't see that to be a problem for Mendy. But I think Lampard will take one more week before bringing him in. So I see Willy Caballero in the goalpost. I don't see Kepa coming in this soon, because especially I think we are doing a very special program with Kepa now. I think Petr Cech has put on his goalkeeping kit back, and he's one-on-one trying to train Kepa. I saw some of those videos. So he has taken that initiative that I need to come and I need to take care of the situation and ensure that we get back the same Kepa what we bought a couple of years back. So let's see, but that's going to take time. So till that time happens, I think Willy Caballero should start in the goalkeeping position. For my left back, I would think that Ben Chilwell should start, because I saw he having a decent 30 minutes in the previous game. So I would hope we can start with Chili B. Our centre backs, Thiago Silva, yes, because we subbed him after 60 minutes in the midweek game, so there is a good chance we start with Thiago Silva, and I would partner him with Zuma. Zuma also got decent amount of rest in the previous game, so I think both will be relatively fresh for the game against West Brom. On the right, I would see Reece James coming back. Now that's a position maybe Aspi can also take, because he also had some sort of rest midweek. So I'm not very sure who Lampard will come out with, but my pick definitely would be Reece James, especially after that wonder goal that he scored in the previous game. I would play a 4-2-3-1. For defensive midfield position, I will put Kante and Kovacic. I think both of them has been pairing really well. No surprises there. That's a stable position for now. Now, coming to the front four. I would ideally I would love to see Timo Werner playing as a left wing till the time Christian Pulisic comes in, because I think that's his preferred position. He really loves to go from that left side. Okay, but I'm not sure if Lampard would do that, because Tammy Abraham had like a full 90 minutes, so maybe he will give him a rest and we will still see Timo Werner starting up front. But the position which I really want Lampard to play Havertz in is the same number 10 role. Let's give Havertz the same number 10 role just behind Timo Werner, and let's give Callum Hudson-Odoi another game, as well as Mason Mount. I think should retain his position. So let's start with Mason Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Havertz at number 10, Timo Werner as the striker, and maybe after 60 minutes, if the game goes really well, maybe we should sub them off. Tammy Abraham in, Ross Barkley in, Jorginho in, maybe Azpilicueta if he wants to switch against maybe one of the defenders. We'll see how the game progresses. But two things which I really want, one would be having Havertz at that number 10 position. Let's not experiment any further by giving him that right flange. I think that is already a pretty sorted position. Once Ziyech returns, that is his position. He's perfect at that position. Until that time, just let Callum Hudson-Odoi play. Give him that game time. Let him build that confidence. So I think Havertz would be perfect in that number 10. On the left hand side, Mason should start along with Timo Werner up front. So that is pretty much the team which I'm thinking Lampard will start in the next match, and let's see how that turns out. Let's see how that. I hope like we should see a high scoring match again. We should see some goals, especially after the red hot form that especially after the red hot form that we had midweek. And more importantly, I know Werner is hungry. He saw Tammy in the score sheet. He saw Giroud in the score sheet. He saw Havertz getting some goals. He saw even Barkley scoring. So I know that he would be really hungry, and it's high time. It's high time we see a blistering performance by Timo Werner and announce his arrival in the English Premier League in a grand way. I would keep my fingers crossed for it and look forward. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for this week, guys. I would hope to do some post-match analysis also. Like, as you know, this is the quarter end, so I've been keeping a bit busy. So I've not had enough time to do regular videos. I will try my best to post as many as I can. And if we see a very positive result this Saturday, I might do a video on Sunday as a post-matchup. But if not, we should meet again next week for another weekly dose of everything which happens around Chelsea Football Club. So thank you again, guys, for sticking along, watching my videos. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep supporting this channel, and help increase this India fan base as well, so that we have our own voice. Our voice is also counted. Our perspectives are also heard. We can build a bigger community. I just hope you all loved the recent collab that I did with one of my friends, Rajat of Liverpool. I want to do similar collabs with a lot of fans from different clubs, from Chelsea, having different perspective, because that pretty much it is the sole objective of this channel, is to provide Indian perspective to this game and let the world hear what people in India also feel about their favorite sport. So that's a wrap, guys. Keep safe, do keep good care of your health, and keep supporting Chelsea. Blue is the color, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.